The animal kingdom is so majestic. King crab, princess parakeet, cardinal, jester's jackal and giraffe, sir seahorse, and of course royal knights, nautilus, newt, and Nile crocodile. I do think that Queen Quimpanzee should consider a name change, though. I think that's a very good joke. Personal opinion. So, material situation hasn't changed very much. I'm still broke, and I don't have any money. I'm about to not be able to afford gas again. That's gonna happen again in the next 2 days. So this is probably the last podcast I'm gonna record in the next couple of days until I swashbuckle a bit of cash somehow. Emphasis on somehow. Hell yeah, man. Well, at least I don't get anxiety over showing up for job interviews. I think I'm failing the retard test of it, though, is the thing. Because I've noticed they'll always ask you, well, do you have any questions for me? And so what I want to do in that instant, damn, I sure hope none of my prospective employers find this podcast. What I want to do when I hear, do you have any questions for me? The main thing I want to do is feed them the tip of my elbow with immense speed and precision. That's pretty much my gut reaction to, well, do you have any questions for me? What, you think I'm not applying for fucking Amazon here. I put in a job application for a moving company. You're trying to ask, should I ask about my advancement? Should I ask about advancement opportunities? Should I ask, was there ever a time where you promoted someone in your company from within? I mean, geez. Even so, I mean, that's like AI talking to AI, but it's HR talking to HR. Shit, man, there's school for that? There's school for HR? Damn, bro. I'd hate to say it so early, but kill yourself. Oh my god, it's an opossum. Wow. Lovely roadkill lately. The street racing episode, which no one watched because of the title. It's just the title that gets the views at this point, which is funny. In the street racing episode, fucking coyote cut me off, run in front of me. I was going 20 miles an hour. Ran in front of me for 5 seconds. That was just an opossum crossing my path. It's beautiful regardless. I thought it was a rat. Crazy looking creatures they are. Well, I wonder how mammals regulate their body temperature in the winter. 'Cause we don't. Not very well. Maybe that's what fur is for. I guess that's probably what fur is for. Or, I don't know, siblings or something. You huddle up to your siblings and you have fur. That might be enough to get you through the winter. Hell if I know, man. But, yeah, so I'm considering this dry spell. I think it's fair enough to call it a dry spell. I'm considering this dry spell what am I considering it? A learning opportunity. This is what it's going to be. I'm going to label it. I'm going to label this period of my work history where I don't have a damn job. I'm going to label it as learning. I'll just say I learned for a couple months. What did I learn? What I learned from being broke for 4 months. I guess I learned that I have a lot of violent rage at various HR devices. Damn. I just today I had an opportunity to get more clients. I had an opportunity dissolve because of this podcast. Because I do this podcast, and then it got found out, and then my opportunity dissolved. Now, begs the question, what am I going to do about that? Well, I'm not going to stop doing the podcast, obviously. Listen, if there's one thing I can't stop doing, it's obviously the podcast, right? Well, I think I'm just going to get rid of my YouTube from my website. Because the website is the funnel. And I mean, I'm not going to unlink the things entirely, because I'm still going to link my website in every video description I do. Probably for every video. I should just start doing that for every video, huh? But I'll keep that up, and then just have the website be public facing and not link to my podcast. One of the episodes of which is titled "Honda Fit in My Ass." You probably don't want your kid getting lessons from that guy. Just a thought. I mean, I'm not gonna get mad at the world. Be like, dude, everyone's not based. Dude, if everyone was just based like me, then my life would be better. Yeah, well, regardless of whether or not it's true that if everyone were based like me, my life would be better. It probably is true, honestly. Reality exists, and reality is what I have to face. And I'll do so gladly, with mirth, of course. Because what else are you gonna do? But I think I would be betraying my punk ethos if I just wiped the podcast from the face of the earth. You know who does that kind of thing? Yo, you know who does that kind of thing? Anthony Fantano. This was a generationally defining moment when Fantano cucked out. Listen, where were you when Fantano cucked out? Came out that his editor was like a weird alt-right Brazilian kid. All of a sudden, all of his best videos, the Hobson is the greatest rapper. J. Cole is the greatest rapper. The greatest rapper videos, I mean, they were so good. The memes, the Fantano memes. Say goodbye to /Mew Fantano. Oh no. What? Fantano's hanging out with Andrew Callahan now? What's going on? He's talking to FD Signifier, guys. Something's wrong. Yeah, something is wrong, and I can trace it back. I remember where I was. I was in high school, probably crying about girls. Which is embarrassing, but I got over it, and I can talk about it now. Is Fantano over it? Can Fantano talk about it now? Oh shit, is that my car? No, that's not my car. Couldn't be. Smells, man. It's raining, so it's gonna be an extra foggy episode for me. That'll probably come through just by vibe. It'll come through by vibe. Oy. Under revved there on the downshift. I'm gonna take a left. Hey, why don't I go left? You know who else went left? Alright, I'm done. I'm not done talking about Anthony Fantano. Obviously, I'm not done talking about Anthony Fantano. Listen, this is culturally defining shit. It bears examination. I'll probably just leave. I'll leave it to the Wizards. Is that going to be my new? That's probably going to be my new catchphrase. I'll leave that to the Wizards. No, I'll think about it. I'll talk about it. I got you. Listen, for the next hour or so, ish. Mad road work. For the next hour or so, I got your back. Listen, it's me. Listen, it's me. You gotta believe me. I don't make any money. You can trust me. I don't have any money. I'm desperate for money, so you can trust me. Right? Is that how it works? Oh yeah, when you say that, it makes a bit more sense. Yeah, man. Anthony Fantano cucked out. The night they cucked Fantano down. Right? You know what I'm saying? And all the people were singing. That's funny, right? Maybe I should make that whole song. I could do that. Like a parody? No, I can't get into song parodies. I'm not gonna get into song parodies. That is what I grew up on, though. Anyone remember Bart Baker? That shit was probably not what a kid should be watching at like age 7. But does anyone remember this? He would get that fucking old guy and put him in like a diaper and make him talk about like shitting and like disgusting stuff. I Like the Way You Lie parody where he's Rihanna, the old guy is Rihanna, but he's talking about how he became trans and he cut his dick off with scissors. Oh my god. And then he's got the Eminem guy is like, "Come here, Grandpa, look me in the eyeball. I can't believe you turned into my grandma." Just gonna stand there as my crotch burns. That's alright because I got rid of my worm. Just gonna stand there and hear me cry. That's alright because I used to be a guy. Used to be a guy. You don't remember this? What are you talking about? You didn't watch this shit when you were 8? Man. Yeah, that probably fucked me up. The parody of Judas, the Lady Gaga song Judas, where it's like the backup dancers are shits. Like, they're just like a stack of shit with legs and like eyes photoshopped onto them. Damn, dude. Sexy and I'm homeless. When I walk on by, I smell like shit and I'm covered in flies. Please give me some money. I eat trash. Man. Yeah, I guess I can see why the opportunity dissolved. I should probably separate the two things better. And probably just hope that parents are media illiterate enough to not go looking for this, I guess. And I probably just shouldn't show the students my YouTube page. Or maybe I should have just changed my... I probably should have just started a new channel for the podcast. But we're at the point we're at now, and I kind of like the idea of a layout where it's a bunch of podcast episodes, but then all the other videos have like their own thumbnail, and they're scattered around the videos page. Does anyone look at just all videos anymore? Are people just going on suggestions? I don't know. I bet people still go to the videos page where it shows all the videos from oldest to newest. Boy. Yeah, I'll go this way. This way is kind of fun. Yeah, I like the idea of ordering my... It's not that way. I'm a little lost. Not for long. I like the idea of ordering my channel in such a way that okay, well, I didn't need to downshift there. Unnecessary first gear. I liked... I'm looping again because I have undiagnosed ADD or something. Maybe I should just get on Adderall and crank out 2 albums every 3 months and become generationally, culturally defining like Fantano. I should just take a bunch of Adderall and become Fantano. What was I talking about? Yo, what was I talking about? Damn, some like 14-year-old commented. I'm assuming he's 14 because, hey, yo, bro, I noticed that you have 2011 in your email attached to your YouTube account. Does that mean that you're like 14? He seems like a cool guy. I won't blow you up. But he left me a comment saying that I should get a co-host. Now, I'm hoping he has connections in the podcast verse. Maybe if you could get Nick Mullen going. I know he's not doing anything right now, so maybe he would want to hang out with me. And I'm sure you have the connection. So if you could just put us in touch, man, that'd be cool, and I'd appreciate that. Thank you very much. Said I should have a co-host, and I probably should have a co-host because I just forgot what I was talking about. Right, my YouTube layout. I think it makes the regular videos more special and stick out more in my page if they're like completely surrounded by podcast episodes. And it's just my podcast is like every video except for the few. But then you can see them so that they don't get like lost in the sea of all the other equally watchable videos. Because to listen to the podcast, I mean, you gotta be blue collar, all right? But then the other stuff is highbrow. It's for the art museum going, NPR listening crowd, white collar type. And if that's your inclination, then you'll have a better time finding. It'll be like a little game for you. I'm Lakshmi saying, It'll be like a little game for you. I don't know, man. Damn, you're gonna cut me off? I was just accelerating. Oh, damn, good thing this guy cut me off because there's a cop right there. Hey, sweet. Is that a cop? That's not even a cop. It's just an old Land Rover with a bike rack on it. Now I'm pissed. Damn. This is probably the worst day I've had in a while. I probably biffed the interview at the barn. Listen, I'd been texting this lady as if she were an old lady, and I'd been conceiving of this barn as a like old lady's barn so I'd been talking to the person hiring that's in charge of considering me for employment. I've been talking to her like an old lady, and turns out she's actually like late 20s college graduate, HR, sees through you kind of a deal. And that threw me for a loop. And then I got asked the question of questions. Do you have any questions? And, well, this is my kryptonite. Because I'm not fucked up in the head, I think that it's a good sign that you're not fucked up in the head if you don't have any questions for the employer. And you're just like, nope, everything seems to make sense. I hope to hear back from you. I'd love to work for you. Maybe that's like the normal person thing to say, which is why that's not what you're supposed to say, I've learned. Oy. Under-revved again. Anyway. Oh, jeez. Did you just stop? That's weird. You drove weird. Although you probably saved me from ending up in an Idiots in Cars compilation. So thanks, I guess. I think it's a sign of well-adjustedness that the question, do you have any questions for us? I think it's a sign of well-adjustedness that I don't have any questions for the employer, because the questions that they're looking for, what they're looking for you to say, maybe they're just trying to clock you as a cookie cutter rube who wonders about things like, do you guys promote from the inside, or do you usually hire external help? What does the future look like in about a year for an employee at this company? That kind of crap that is outdated and useless for my generation, that we all got taught in fucking adult school. You know, the school you go to when you're an adult, the one where they teach adults how to be adults. Yeah, we learned this antiquated bullshit. I didn't even learn it, man. I didn't even go to a real adult school where you learn the real bullshit. I just learned the fake Pansyland bullshit in art school. I didn't even learn the HR speak because I guess I didn't hang out with the student counselor very much. I guess that's a pretty decent HR degree job. I guess most jobs are probably decent HR degree jobs, and that's why we're all fucking bugs right now. Man, what if you extrapolated Kafka into everyone's bugs? That's my new novel. It's gonna be even shorter than the Metamorphosis. It's gonna stretch the definition of a novel even, and it's going to be like 50 pages, and it's going to be called Everyone's Bugs. Doesn't that sound good? And instead of, actually, I think it'll probably just end up the same, where he becomes a bug, and then his father mortally wounds him, and then he dies, and then his family does well, because he's a drain on his family, especially the creative expression of his sister. So I'm going to have that happen, but I'm actually just going to have it happen for every man. And the book will be called Everyone is Bugs. And I'll be a genius. This is basically what I learned in art school. Not how to answer the question, do you have any questions for us at a job interview? But also, maybe that's like teaching a weasel how to fly. And then they attach the weasels who don't know how to fly, they attach them to a rack, one of those stretching racks, and stretch out their spine until they die prematurely. And they call that, I don't know, being a content creator or something. I don't really know what I'm on about. But I kind of do, though. He kind of do know, though. See, right now is a good time to have a co-host. Like you were saying, man. Listen, drop a comment. I'll talk to you specifically. What do you have to lose? Your dignity? What do I have to lose? My dignity? Nope. I don't have that to lose. Oh, shit. I'm driving by the place right now. We got, oh my god. This is, this is Kafka-esque, man. This is so cool. Oh! Give him almost got cut off there. Hey, almost just ended up on Idiots in Cars, episode 418. Damn. If only I could get on Idiots in Cars. I want to see videos of, like, cops crashing into people. I think that's what I want to see next. That's the evolution of the genre. What was I talking about? Kafka-esque, right. Here's a Kafka-esque moment for you. Whoa! Chill, Tesla. I'm cutting you off, bitch. You think you're zippy? Oh, you're tailgating me now. Damn, you really are tailgating me. Because, I probably scared him. Because there's 2 lanes on this road, and he was going to ride on red, but I couldn't see very well, so it looked like I was slightly going into the right lane where he was going to turn, and I was turning left onto the road. So, although it doesn't look terribly mad at me, though, honestly. It doesn't look like it's going to be an issue. Listen, it's not going to be an issue. I've dealt with this guy before. He always backs down. That's a funny thing to say before getting, like, shot. Dude, don't worry. I've dealt with this guy before. He always backs down every time. Not a smooth heel toe. Not a smooth heel toe, friend. What business is it of yours, friendo? Alright, well, I'm just gonna get outpaced by a Rivian. Because my life sucks! Ah! I'm getting outpaced by a Rivian. Because life sucks! Ah! What was I talking about? Oh, right. My Kafka-esque story about how much my life sucks and I don't have any money right now. Okay. So I don't have any money. So my girlfriend Venmo'd me some money to go pick up teriyaki for dinner. Okay? Now, I order and I think, wow, this money that I just got Venmo'd is the only money I have. So I'm a little worried that I won't even be able to pay for the meal because food's getting expensive, and it was a conservative amount of money. Fair enough. I mean, I'm a broke boy. You probably shouldn't entrust me with too much money, all things considered. So, I'm a little worried about it. I have a bit of extra, I pick up a bit of extra coins to ensure that I don't run out of fucking money. And so I set off. I ordered 2 chicken teriyakis. I set off to go pick it up. I get there. They use a square tablet, right? Like any restaurant does. They didn't used to. They're pretty late adopters of it. Because I've been around a while, and the restaurant's been around a while. But, they got a square thing. And you know how you tap your card, and I'm like, yes, it went through. Then it went to the tip screen, and I try to press the skip button because I can't afford to tip, right? Because I only have enough money to pay for the food, and that's it. So I tap the skip button, and it doesn't work like 3 times, and then I finally tap it, and it works. And all the time, the guy at the register's looking at me, and then he says, "Long day, huh? What do you do for work?" Damn. And that's a good punchline. That's a good punchline, and I'm going to leave it there. Long day, huh? What do you do for work? Damn. After he sees that I've skipped the tipping. Man. So that's where I'm at. The Kafkaesque depths of depravity of this based Zoomer. I'm keeping the based Zoomer thing going. I think it'll catch on. Sorry, we're not letting 14-year-olds in on it. Real sorry. We're gonna have a movement, and then later, once you basically copy us, once the decade after us basically copies our whole steez, then we'll open up. It'll be chill. But for now, just leave it to the big boys and girls and others. Just leave it. Just hey, leave it. Hey. Damn. Yeah, maybe I do need a co-host. All right, I'm done.